thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I shouldn't be making fun. Sean Diddy Combs has been on trial. He's been in jail for, has it been a year yet? He's been in jail for a minute. And it is not because he put his hands on Cassie. It is because allegedly he is a crime boss. And his, as a crime boss, he liked to do these things called freak offs, where he sex traffic a bunch of people, allegedly. And he is on trial for that. And word on the street is Diddy scores huge victory as prosecutors drop key parts of the charges. When I was watching, in fact, when they first arrested him and it became clear what they were going to charge him with, there were certain things that I didn't believe that they were going to prove. But there were certain things that it was evident that he was guilty of. Diddy is a freak, okay? And he liked to freak off. That's his prerogative. I did not know that freak offs were illegal. Apparently, it is illegal to solicit for sex, pay for sex or whatever, which is, yeah. Don't pay for box. Don't pay for sex. It's illegal, especially you flying people in and out, in all them parties and Hollywood parties. I don't know. I just feel like, didn't we know this stuff was happening all along? Like, I don't think nobody was like, yo, we need to arrest Diddy because ain't no party like a Diddy party, right? That was the thing. People like, ain't no party like a Diddy party. In the after party, the rumors, like, I've never been, but like I've listened to the rumors and you could just tell that they are true. Like I knew people in the industry and there were stories and conversations had about different people and how they move and operate. And it's like, wow, for real? And like I've known about Puff for over a decade in terms of what he was into. And nobody was trying to arrest this man because he was freaky. And of course these people are coming out and you have women there that are attractive or men there that are attractive, and you pay these people to be present, and these people are likely performing sexual acts with people, and everybody's having a good time, and there's drugs and there's alcohol. Like, even in my youth, I understood, like, yo, these parties, we've seen it in certain movies. Like, they throw these parties, everybody is like doing drugs, they drinking, and everybody having sex with everybody. And it's a lot of debauchery going on. And that's why they say, be careful. Be careful if you go to Hollywood, you're trying to be in these films. Be careful you go to the music industry. Even when I was a kid, it was like, it wasn't even an unspoken thing. It was spoken out loud. Like, hey, you want a record deal? You probably gonna have to do something gay. That was a thing. It's like, hey, you want a record deal? Like, don't bend over. Don't drop the soap. Like, don't drop the soap. When you sign a contract, like, don't let nobody stand behind you. A lot of people, like, there was just an understanding. Even when I was a young man, like, when I did music, like, I've heard producers tell me stories of how other producers or other execs would, like, make a pass at them or say, hey, do this with me or for me, and I'm gonna put you on. The casting couch, all of that stuff. This has been around for years, and we've criminalized it for good reason. For good reason. I mean, there's certain things where it's like, I don't know. Listen, I think there's a lot of people in the music industry or a lot of people in film that did things that they were not forced to do, and in exchange for the things that they did, they got a certain level of success handed to them. And it's not to say that they weren't talented. They absolutely were talented. But the talent, in most cases, isn't enough to become a star. Sometimes the machine is the thing that makes you a star. We've seen people that were not talented become a star because of the machine that was behind them. And when you get plugged into that machine, like, what ends up happening to you? Anyway, I always felt like a lot of the things that Diddy did to people he did with their permission. And he enticed them with promises and a lifestyle. But at the same time, was he a tyrant? Absolutely. Was he a monster? Was he a complete ass? More likely than not. I mean, allegedly on everything. Like, allegedly. But I don't, like, did he traffic? Like, when I think about trafficking, right, and I know the law was recently updated. When I think about trafficking, I think about kidnapping an unwilling participant, not getting anything in exchange, getting beat, getting drugged, and being being sold as a sexual object to somebody for money, and that person absolutely not wanting to be there and wishing that someone would come and save them. Like, I don't envision a person that has a car, has keys, has money, has the ability to go and hang out and do what they want. Like, and is getting something in return. Not something, but getting the thing that they asked for in return for participating in certain things, right? I don't know. I feel like that's different. Whether or not the exchange of goods were equal, that doesn't matter. Whether or not there was one person that had more leverage over the other person, that doesn't matter. An employer has more leverage over the worker. You coming to work for me, you want to make this much, I can pay you this much. Hey, but you going to pay me $20, but you're going to make $100. Yeah, it's my business. You want the job or not? I got the power. Because I actually don't need you. I can just do the work myself. I got so many customers, though, that I can put some money in your pocket. But I'm not going to put the same amount of money that I'm going to put in my pocket in your pocket. Otherwise, you go compete against me, you build what I built, and do it yourself, right? You don't got to work with me. You don't have to freak off with me. You don't have to do the freak off with Prince Amir. Prince Amir don't do freak offs. I'm joking. I do got 5 bottles of baby oil. I'm joking about the freak offs, not the baby oil. I do got some baby oil for sure. Anyway, let's look at the facts though. Let's check it out. Do they say anything? That's all we got?
Even if Jane or Cassie Ventura Fine agreed to some of the freak-offs, they only need to show the jurors one time in which there was coercion or force or fraud, some of the elements of sex trafficking, in order to find Combs guilty of that charge. To prove their...
See, that's crazy. That's crazy, right? You could be in a relationship with a person, but if the facts line up in such a way that they're able to prove that this one time she felt like she wasn't in a relationship, and she ain't really want to do it, and he really coerced her into doing it. It's dangerous out here, bro. It's dangerous. Hey, get you a girl that love you. Don't do no freak offs. Settle down. Don't be out here Diddy bopping. You feel me? Don't do that. It's dangerous out here.
Nobody anticipated that Janice Combs would enter the federal courthouse that morning carrying documents that would fundamentally alter the trajectory of her son's criminal trial. The courtroom atmosphere was already...
Damn. This nigga mama done testified against you, big dog? Good Lord. It's over when your mom testify against you. Ma, don't you ever. We don't talk to the police over here. That's not true. I'm the first person to call the police. I will call the police in real life. In real life, I had somebody banging on my door. They didn't want to go home. I said, listen, you better go before somebody take you away. They didn't believe me. I called the police. Listen, I said, we got disturbance in the neighborhood. They're banging on the door. They're loud. We need you to come out here and get them off the street. Get them off my door. Yeah, I did it. You know who you are. It was a rough night for you, but it's all love. We cool now. You forgive me. I forgave you. But yeah, don't do that shit. For sure. Okay.